It wouldn't take too many. Ah, dang. Look at that. Oh, I got it upside down. Hat pressing time. What's happening? It's been a while, YouTube. Man, I tell you what, it has been one busy July and first part of August. Just haven't had a chance to slow down long enough to film, make any content. My hat goes off to these full-time or these content makers like Puddin', Fad Shop, and others out there. I mean, I list Bellows. I got a lot of them that I watch. Weston, and of course, he's Homestead, Kansas. Got to watch that guy. But to slow down long enough to make content is kind of hard because you got to move the cameras, what have you. Now, I understand there's some guys out there that's got their own cameraman. I'm not that lucky. Obviously, I don't even have the viewing content to. I don't even have the viewing capacity to think about even making any money. So right now I'm just doing this for fun. It's trying to rain out there. We actually got enough to make stuff wet, so that's cool. We go, of course, this is Kansas, so we go from being super wet for a long time during harvest and what have you to obviously being dry. This is the first rain we've had in a couple weeks. Our crops need it. Gardens, yards, etc. It's good for some rain, just not flooding all the time, right? So that's what it's doing. My OCD is going to get a hold of me here, so let's get this taken care of. Not that I really have OCD, but my wife does. She sees this, she'll tell me, why didn't you fix the blanket? Well, okay, so let's talk about what's going on. I've had some stuff come up where I've done some odds and end jobs, painting some stuff for bowling alleys, fabricating some stuff for bowling alleys, kind of filling a deal, which was really cool. It was fun, something different. So we got this laser there in the middle of harvest. Buddy hooked me up on it, man. Got it really cheap. It's an X-Tool D1, 10 watt. It's not real powerful, but it wasn't really what I was after. I was after something that was not really, I thought what I was going to do is take this apparatus off, 3D print me a mount and everything, and put my plasma torch on there and cut small parts out. However, this thing come along, and I mean, it's like, that's too nice to sit there and do that to. So I still want to do a CNC plasma cutting table, but right now I'm learning this, which, you know, coincides with the plasma table. So my thinking is that, you know, I can design a bracket, cut it out on cardboard or poster board or something on the laser until I get exactly how I want it, and then transfer that file over to my plasma cutter when I get it, my plasma table, and then cut my bracket or whatever I'm building. That'll help keep the waste down and etc. So that's not here yet though. I'm learning the X tool. I've ran lasers before, so the software is kind of all right, you know, it's easy going. I haven't got into the light burn thing. Right now I'm just kind of using the X tool creative space, so, and it works, but I'm sure light burn is the Cadillac. I'm not gonna, don't come at me about that. I understand light burn's the Sizz Diggle, but let's talk about what we got, some things that we got going on. Okay, so my wife and I, you know, she's real creative. She's really, really good at decorative stuff and what have you. Not my world, but I said, hey, what about trying to make a few dollars with that laser? You know, you see all these people making career changes with the laser business and etc. We are not looking to make a career change. I really love my job. I am not leaving. But what I wouldn't mind doing is making a little extra cash flow with the laser. So we set out a goal, my wife and I did. We said, hey, let's pay for the whole family to go on a vacation, a cruise or something. And then it's going to be roughly around $5,000. Not a bad deal. Our family's not real big, so it's not huge. Oh, we got thunder rolling, baby. Summer storms, you gotta love them, man. So my wife said, yeah, let's try it. You know, so we set ourselves out a goal. We're going to try to get by spring break. We're going to try to hit that $5,000 marker. If we hit it, awesome. If we don't hit it, okay, we gave it a shot. But neither one of us are real good about selling things and what have you. So we'll just see how it goes. However, so what we decided to do is we'll start off with these door hangers. And this is our local school, local high school, Girard GTs to Girard Trojans. And these are door hangers. They're 3D, they're layered, so they're not stickered, they're painted, glued up. They hang on the doors or hang on your classroom walls or wherever it is. There'll be some type of ribbon action. And so that's it, man. We're looking at getting $25 out of one of these. But what we want to do is like, okay, so what about let's say you're into the sports, or you want to stay into the seasons and what have you, or you got a child or a grandchild or something that's in the sports. Okay, great. So I told my wife, I said, let's do some charms or something. She's like bracelets? I'm like, no. I said, door hanging charms. So that way, for whatever they want to support, whatever group they want to support, they can throw on there and make them interchangeable. So I got these cool looking little dog bones I printed. I don't know if you can see that in the shadow, but made these little dog bones and they slide in and out of the mounting holes. So that way you can change them out per season. So the charms we're going to run them around $25. We're going to run the door hangers at $25. Now the charm is a kit. You get all of them. So it's $25 for all of them. So that's what we're going to try to do for a while. If I got viewers out there that are in my local area and you're at one of the local high school local high schools, we'll hook up and I'll cut one out and make it happen. It's not a big deal. We got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 schools fairly close to us. So there's really good chance there's going to be other than the Girard Trojans. So that's one of the things we're going to start doing, just kind of playing around. We're not trying to make it rich. We're not trying to make career changes. We're just trying to add a little dough to the flow, if you know what I mean. But that's not what I got on the agenda today. I want to get my name out there, my brand out there a little bit, and like bad. It's posted all over my cars. There's locals that know who I am and etc. Don't get me wrong, but I want to get it out there. I want to see if we can't grow this channel. This channel is really, I have fun with this channel, so I would like to be able to continue and feel like it's contributing a little bit. You know what I mean? So. One of the things that we're going to do is I went out and I bought a hat press. Yep. So here's a couple of the hats that we got going on. We're going to try them out today. First time ever doing a hat press. I have no clue how this is going to work. I'm probably going to have to do some Googling and temperatures and what have you. But you know, whatever. And if I can do some hats for some guys, to help contribute to that vacation fund, I'm probably going to do it. So we'll see how this goes. So why don't you, hopefully you guys will like and follow and see if we make our cruise trip. And of course, you know, if we make it, that old girl's gonna have to go on the old YouTube too. So yeah, I'm gonna put this camera down and I'm gonna get started. Let's first grab this press. That's what I set that table out for. That table needs something on it. Hat press. Let's get her out. All right, I gotta come over here. I still haven't done the refrigerator. I better get on top of that. Basketball season's right around the corner, and them Jayhawk fans are gonna go crazy over that thing. Although my daughter and son-in-law, they want it, and I'm kind of a sucker for my kids. So a couple items I bought that when I was reading along, watching some TikTok videos on this and what have you, they're like, these are some necessities you gotta have. So we'll get them out and unboxed. Okay, we'll talk about them. Now, I don't know about you guys' area. We have really good people delivering our goods. The FedEx lady is one of our local friends, what have you, and she does a really good job. Our mailman is awesome, or mail ladies. They kind of swapped. We got like 3 of them. They rotate through. They're all 3 awesome. UPS, they do their best. They're not as cool as FedEx or USPS, but I'll say one thing, and my FedEx lady delivered this. It's not her fault, because she looks worse than this box does when they deliver it. And now what I mean by looking worse is dirty. Dirty, I say. I mean, look how dusty this thing is. Yeah. And old Steph, she looks really, really dirty when she comes off that truck and delivers sometimes, especially if it's at the evening time. She's been down all them dirt roads. Poor girl. But she likes her job, she says, so that's awesome. Now, I need to figure out some way to set you guys up so we can do a unboxing. Let's open this old girl up, what we say. Hopefully it's not as dirty. Now, the box kind of beat up, so we'll see. Okay, instructions, check, not. Shoe dog. What else we got? Another shoe. For the hat stuff, but I don't think I'll be using them because I watched some videos. It was like, throw that away. I'm not gonna throw it away, but yeah, I hear you. I don't think I was saying anything bad. Take it easy. So this is 3 different types. 3 different types of shoes for 3 different style hats. I mean, we look at the style hats that I got going on right here. We kind of got a raggedy, loose fitting hat. We got an old styrofoam trucker hat. And then we got the hat that is really popular that ends with a 112. We'll go from there and we'll see what happens best here. With that being said, you know, all these shoes, I don't know if that's what they call them, shoes or whatever, crowns, I don't know. So now it's going to kind of sound noisy in here, I'm sure, because we're getting rain, which we're good with. That's kind of why I have this mic up here real close to me, and I got the fans rolling because it's obviously humid. So hopefully it all turns out. Ugh. Look at that. Oh, I got it upside down. With the laser. Oh, you guys want a little tip trick? These silicone bags, they do really good by keeping rust off your tools. So when I get one, I just kind of open a drawer up and I throw one of them bags in a drawer that doesn't have one. And none of my tools rust. I've worked in shops that's ran them swamp coolers and stuff that throw a lot of humidity out, and tools rust when that happens. And I got in the habit of throwing them silicone bags in my toolbox ever since. And it's been 20 plus years. I've never had a rust issue. All right, so here's the hat press. Hopefully my table will be all right. It's been around for a while. You know, this isn't a product review, but this is something I bought off of Amazon. Everything I read says you got to adjust this, and here's our way this is supposed to work. Is that you pick the size that fits the hat the best. That way when you cinch it down with this, cinches it down like that, it doesn't create any wrinkles, okay? Now that's all cool, but they say, some of these guys, these content creators out there, said, man, you'll do yourself a favor if you pick you up one of these hat pressing forms. They're only like 30 bucks. I thought, what the hell's 30 bucks? I don't want to jack being upset because I messed up a hat because of $30. So you say, why do you need a hat pressing form when you have these dies? Well, I don't know. I understand what they're telling me and what I'm watching. And what I'm watching is they say there's no guessing with these. Okay, they're kind of like a bean bag, you know, a little firmer, but I've actually got the press that I can actually put on here too from prior projects with the Cricut. Fits that perfect, man. Look at that, fits it perfect. Perfect. I see why they say that. And then set it on there. And then we have some silicone pads that we put over the patch so it doesn't scorch or anything. Protects everything. We'll see how. I mean, again, I'm new. I'll tell you, a lot of this I watched on TikTok. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing fired up. I need to do some research and see what my heat settings need to be and for how long. So the temperature settings for the acrylic one I have, the Lone Star says it needs to be around 300 for 50 seconds. However, and I'll go ahead and start with the acrylic one. It doesn't matter which one I start with. So I got the press set up at 300 degrees and it's warmed up. But what we need to do is, because I'm going to use the hat form, this has to come off. So, and right now that's hot, so I don't want to get my hands, ooh, better get a pair of pliers. Ooh, mouse trap, man. It's like a mouse trap. I don't want to get rid of this by no means. What I need to do is get this set to where that thing don't come down square. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Hell, I don't know. I think it's just got to put some pressure on it. You know what I mean? Now, there's another YouTuber out there. Oh man. And she's in the laser industry, but her main business is doing custom hats. And I cannot remember her name. Right back. Wild Willow's her name. And she's pretty good with this laser and this patch and stuff. So, but she said she was preheating these on a hot iron. Well, my wife probably wouldn't want me to take the flat skillet out of the house to do this. I said, again, because I've got Cricut stuff from other projects I've done in the past. I've got one of these Cricut presses, and I think what I'm going to try to do is just preheat this up on the Cricut press. I don't know if I can. This may have a, my thinking is I flip it upside down and just lay it on there. But this may have a safety feature that kicks it off. I don't know. Don't look like there's no safety on that, so that'll work out cool though. And then I'll just throw my patch on here. So the whole reason behind preheating the patch, so we can stick the patch on the hat wherever we want, okay? And it stays there without, some people like to use tape. I bought the tape. If I don't get in the habit of using it, that's cool. Because that's one less thing I got to buy, one less thing I got to do. But if I need to use it, I'll use it. I've got it if I need it. And again, this is trial and error. You're witnessing the first time the fur is doing anything. But this is kind of crazy. Let's see. I'm going to pull you off here for a second. This is kind of crazy here. Check this out. I'm not a big fan. Notice how this is off of the press. I wonder if I need to get a little crazy with this thing. Show it who's boss, if you know what I mean. It's just like it's bent. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, it's me. It's not it. Well, it's kind of me. So we need to adjust this plate. I think that's what's going on. So let's make some adjustments here. Boy, that thing's kind of hot still, huh? I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on. So we're going to let it preheat, and I'm going to check with one of my temperature readers and make sure that we are at 300 degrees, because I'm assuming this is a cheap hat press, so who knows where it really is at. Okay, so it says we're at 300 degrees. I got an instant read here. I'm going to go ahead and see what it says. It's going to start dinging. Can I shut this off by hitting the time button? This is reading way off, like 100 degrees off compared to this thing. I'm going to raise this temp up. This is 327. Just my deal is reading this 370 or 275, 280-ish. That's why we want to check. So my other press here says 240. I'm going to change the way I'm doing it. So here we're going to, it's got a base for it to set on. I just stuck the patch underneath it with the adhesive side up. And we'll see if it just warms up that way. Okay, this says 350. Let's see what we got. We got 290 at 300. So it's 60 degrees off. So bump this up. I bumped it up to 360. Let's see what happens here. This is the first hat we're going to do for my wife. She doesn't like the style hats like you see on my head. So she likes the raggedy, she likes a more low profile hat instead of the high trucker style hats. But I personally think she looks good in anything. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm a little biased, but hey, that's why we've been together for 20 some years. 27 years. I love her more and more every day. But here we go. We're gonna throw the old patch on her. All right, 360 degrees. And we are 299, 300. The thing reads 30 degrees or 60 degrees off. So now, as long as I know it's 60 degrees off, we're golden, right? Just set it how you want. I'm going to confirm right quick here. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of like ready to press this on. And then hopefully I don't mess too many of them up, but you know, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's going to cook it. So let's throw this thing down. Let's see what our warmed up patch, get my tools put up here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that patch or this hat in this form. And the way I understand it is you find the hat, you find it to where it best fits. So like right there fits really good. There's no wrinkles. And if you need to, you can tighten this up. So I'll go ahead and tighten it up just for shits and giggles. Okay, we're tightened up. Now, I'm a fan of the patches being offset for my hats. So I'm obviously going to put my brand on the left side. And why is it not on the right side? Psst, I don't know. My mother seems to think I always think on the left side of the brain, so maybe that's why I want it on the left. I don't know. We'll see. I want to do a couple trial presses here. Okay, I think that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. So now let's go ahead and pull off the patch here. See what this looks like. Not real sticky, so I'm not sure about this thing. I'm gonna take it off the paper. I'm gonna let it sit there. Let me bump this temperature up. So I was at 245. Let's go 280. Heck, I'm right there. We're going to do 280 for a couple minutes here. This thing's ready to rock and roll. While we're letting that warm up, better not forget the silicone patch. And I don't know about the silicone patch. It's got some shit on it. Oops, sorry. It's got plastic coating or something on it. Maybe it's supposed to stay on. Oop. I'm taking it off. If I wasn't supposed to take it off, let me know there in the old comments, okay? I'm really excited about this because I'm a hat guy. As you guys probably could tell out of my videos that you don't catch me without a hat much because, well, I'm a balding feller. I've been balding a long time. It is who it is. It is what it is. I may get impatient and have to put tape on this. So what I've watched some people do is that they tape it and they hold it down there for like 30 seconds and then tape it and take the tape off and hold it down there for another 30 seconds. Get the old snappy snap. Quick change McGraw here. I love learning new stuff. It ain't doing nothing. It's kind of irking me off. So we're going to sit here and I'm going to pre-press this hat. While it's pressing, take all the moisture out for, like they say, a few minutes or a few seconds. I'm going to do it for 20. I don't know. I'm learning. 20-second press. Okay. I'm going to pull it out of there so I don't burn myself. Get my patch. I want to position my patch where it's just perfect for my wife. You know what? I don't think I need tape. This could be a mistake. Okay, here we go. First hat pressed by Duffer. It could be epic fail. I have no clue. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. We're at 30 seconds. We're at 30 seconds of counting, man. Oh, snap, press. You see what happened? I forgot the protective sheet and I could almost smell that acrylic. So I'm gonna go for another 30 seconds. What the heck? There was 20. There's 30. Man, it looks cool. Doesn't look like I got any edges lifting up. I'm gonna let that thing cool. Oh yeah. My wife is gonna, she represents the old chaos pretty good. She's pretty stoked about it as I am. We'll let this thing cool for a couple minutes. And before we try any other patches, and let's talk about the engravings right quick. You notice that I engraved this. I engraved it with the laser. Why are you not following me very good? You're leaning on me. We engraved this patch with the laser. Once we engraved it, we cut it out. Everything was done with the laser as far as that goes. Something new to me is making these test patches to test your engravings or your settings and what have you for each one. As you can tell, sometimes they're a little hot, oh boy. But this is going to be on some of the hats, depending on this acrylic. Will be on some of the hats. I'm going to let it cool. I don't want to get impatient. Okay, let's do it. Let's look how it does. It stayed. Doesn't seem to be pulling off. Time will tell. Now, I wonder if I can get my wife to model this. She don't like the camera, so I doubt it. Maybe I can get her to model it though for me. I'm pretty stoked, man. The Lone Star adhesive's got really, really good reviews. You know what? I think I'm gonna, it doesn't seem to be peeling or nothing, but I'm gonna hit it one more time for safekeepings, and maybe this is a mistake. And if you're if Lone Star adhesive person out there watching me do this and they're saying, don't do that, man, hit me up in the comments and let me know. Let me know if I'm messing this up. But I don't think so. I don't know why I really want to, because it seems to be in really good shape. I'm gonna press it for 30 seconds. The only thing I'm trying to do is really kind of form the acrylic side of it. It's not really, so here's the leatherette red carbon fiber from Lone Star. And here is their acrylic. And this acrylic is not real pliable. So that's all I'm trying to do is just give it a little bit of pliableness. So I'm just gonna pop that off there. Didn't seem like it hurt anything. Again, it wasn't popping off. It does seem to have given it a little extra form. So I'm gonna let it sit there and cool. Bam, we're winning, baby. So there we got her, man. We have completed the hats for the Chaos Customs. Yep. Turned out pretty stinking cool. Even that big one. Yeah, she hasn't seen it yet, so we'll see. Boy, son of a gun, she says, I want it as big as I can get it. It's like, okay. So, this one turned out really good. So, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna be making some more orders, buying material for hats. Hey, if you guys want a hat or something, hit me up in the comments and we'll see if I can't get you hooked up. We're gonna be selling them things. So when I get a price figured out on there, I'll throw it out there. But my guess is that we're gonna sell them for around $25. That seems to be the going price of everybody else's stuff. So I'm gonna just stay in the market. But I'm a nobody, maybe I need to adjust. So until next time, have fun. Drive your shit and deuces.